Good morning, friends. Today is Thursday, April 23rd, and it is a national day for all kinds of things. It is Cherry Cheesecake Day, which fits very well with safer at home quarantine living. National Lost Dog Awareness Day, National Picnic Day. The weather here is not ideal for that, but throw a blanket on the floor and have one in your den. It is National Take a Chance Day. Oh, and I was going to pull up the ABBA song to play that in the background. Oh, well, you can imagine that. It is also National Talk Like Shakespeare Day. I promise you I will not be doing that during this particular video because I know that it will just be a mess. And while it is National Take Our Daughters and Sons to Work Day, I think that actually it's happened the other way around this year. It is Take Work to Your Sons and Daughters. And then National Poem in Your Pocket Day. So if you have some books of poetry that you can carry around today and just refer to throughout the day, might be a good opportunity for that. So today we are reading from Psalm 18, verses 1 through 20. I love you, God, my strength. You are my rock, my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my protector in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I call upon you who are worthy to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. The cords of death encompassed me. The destroying floods overwhelmed me. The cords of Sheol entangled me. The snares of death confronted me. In my distress, I called upon you. To you, my God, I cried for help. From your temple, you heard my voice, and my cry to you reached your ears. Then the earth swayed and rocked. The mountains trembled and quaked because you were angry. Smoke went up from your nostrils and devouring fire from your mouth. Glowing coals flamed forth. You bowed the heavens and came down. Thick darkness was under your feet. You rode on a cherub and flew. You came swiftly upon the wings of the wind. You made darkness a covering, your canopy thick clouds dark with water. From the lightning of your presence, there broke through your clouds hailstones and coals of fire. You thundered in the heavens, you, the Most High, shouting. And you sent out your arrows and scattered them. You flashed forth lightning and routed them. Then the bed of the sea appeared, and the foundations of the world were laid bare at your rebuke, O God, at the blast of the breath of your nostrils. You reached from on high, and you grasped me. You drew me out of the deep waters. You delivered me from my strong enemy and from those who hated me, for they were too mighty for me. They came upon me when I was down, but you were my support. You brought me forth into a broad place. You delivered me because you love me. You, God, reward me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanliness of my hands. You have given me my due. And the gospel lesson today is from the gospel according to John, chapter 15, verses 12 through 27. And this is reaching back into the scriptures that we heard during Holy Week for Maundy Thursday. But this is from the daily lectionary. This is my commandment. Love one another as I have loved you. There is no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friends. And you are my friends if you do what I command you. I no longer speak of you as subordinates, because a subordinate doesn't know a superior's business. Instead, I call you friends, because I have made known to you everything I have learned from Abba God. It was not you who chose me. It was I who chose you to go forth and bear fruit. Your fruit must endure, so that whatever you ask of God in my name, God will give you. This command I give you, that you love one another. If you find that the world hates you, remember that it hated me before you. If you belonged to the world would love you as its own. But the reason it hates you is that you don't belong to the world, because I chose you out of the world. Remember that I told you a subordinate is never greater than a superior. So know that they will persecute you as they persecuted me. They will respect your words as much as they respected mine. They'll do all this to you because of my name, for they know nothing of God who sent me. If I hadn't come and spoken to them, they would have been blameless. But as it is, they have no excuse for their sin. All those who hate me also hate Abba God. If I had not done among them the works that no one else had ever done, they would be blameless. But as it is, they have hated both me and my Abba. Yet all of this was only to fulfill what is written in the law. They hated me without cause. When the Paraclete comes, the Spirit of truth who comes from Abba God, whom I myself will send from God, the Spirit will bear witness on my behalf. You too must bear witness, for you have been with me from the beginning. In these times, we see lots of stories of selfishness, of casting aside others, wishing away those who are vulnerable, those who have attitudes that are more giving and generous. But we are called to follow in those footsteps that Jesus has laid out, to do acts of love for one another, to have compassion on one another, to look for the good of all. And not everyone is going to understand that. We see that in the protests in the streets. Rather than looking out for the good of all, there are some who are looking out for their own selves and to relieve their own inconvenience. So our call is to continue to do those works that Jesus started, but also to expect that not everyone's going to understand that. Not everyone's going to respect that. Not everyone is going to treat us kindly because of that. And Jesus said to expect the same kind of treatment that he received in those times. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge to buck the system and to go counter to the culture. But that's what our faith is all about. To live against the grain and to do the things that bring life to all, to bring justice, to bring peace. The prayer that I'd like to share with you today began in 2017. Douglas McKelvey wrote a liturgy for an inconsolable homesickness. And I reworked that today to be applicable to our current situation. So I invite you to pray with me. Loving God, help us to steward well this time of homesickness, this grieving for a world which has changed, this ache for distant family, lost times of fellowship, past laughter, shared lives, and the sense of belonging to community. Now we shelter at home and are apart from one another. Help us to steward well, O God, this time apart, as we know our wish for what has been is not some solitary ache, but is woven with a deeper longing for what will one day be. This yearning to return to what we knew is even more than that, a yearning for a place our eyes have yet to see. So let us steward this sacred yearning well. This ache is indeed a holy thing, like the slow burning of a beacon set ablaze to bid us onward. The shape of that ache for another time and place is the imprint of eternity within our souls. So let those sorrows do their work in us, O God. Let them stir such yearnings as would fix our journey forward into a new reality that is just and is a safe home for all. As we wait, this sacred homesick sorrow works in us to cultivate a deep faith that opens our eyes to the needs of our sisters and our brothers. So let these sighs and tears, loving God, prepare us for that new and better time that will be for all of us. Amen. Friends, I pray you have a blessed day and that you have a sense of God's tangible presence with you and that you can be that for others. Go in peace. I'll see you tomorrow.